So PvP is going to change again, but this time it's going to change completely. So what are the pros and cons of those changes? So first of all, we have the changes to the Rising Rush. They did before actually write us a letter about some plans about the Rising Rush and changes that they are going to do, but those changes were when they are going to make it actually harder to farm Dragon Balls for characters who have long combos like Kefla and Vegito Blue. And two, they are going actually to make it equal for both players. Players when they start actually the battle, where both of them are going to get 0 Dragon Balls on their cards, which is really nice. However, the thing that they didn't talk about is actually the thing that they took in this video. And it is the fact that when your opponent gus your Rising Rush, they can't combo it with anything, which is really awesome actually, and it will have a huge impact on PvP because of the fact that it makes the Rising Rush less risky. So basically right now, when you hit your opponent with a Rising Rush and they gus it, they can actually combo it with a strike, blast or a special move, and sometimes that results in your character being killed, which is very bad and risky, and that's why some people doesn't actually hit the Rising Rush unless they have to, because it might result in their character being killed instead of the opponent's character if the Rising Rush get gussed, which is very bad. However, after this change, this thing is going actually to change, and this means that the Rising Rush can be hit without any fear of the opponent being able to gus it. Now, of course, if they gus it, their character isn't going to be killed, which is a little bit bad, but it's still not risky for you, so you can actually hit the Rising Rush knowing for sure that even if your opponent gus your Rising Rush, your character won't be touched. Instead, both of you will return to the neutral position where both of you can either attack each other or actually dodge each other's attack, and this is really awesome, and it's going to change a lot actually in PvP. Believe me, it's going to change a lot. However, this isn't the only change that is going to change PvP, but we have another one, and this one will make you think twice before you even hit the Rising Rush. And the reason is because now you can actually or after the update, you will be able actually to change twice instead of once, change cover. So the only con that I could see with this system, please if you saw any other cons, let me know about them in the comments section below, but the only con that I could see actually in this system is the fact that if you change once, now you have one character on the standby with a cooldown. However, if you for some reason, maybe the opponent changed their character as well and they actually deal a lot of damage on your character, or they continue with the same character but they are still dealing a lot of damage on you and you don't want that damage to continue, so you change again. Now, after you change twice, you have two characters on the standby with a cooldown. And what does that mean? Well, your character who is on the battlefield is wide open for the opponent to completely crush without any problems. So basically they can just bait you and then either Rising Rush you or hit you with something that could actually kill the character. And this is going to put you under a very big disadvantage, and it is very, very risky. So please make sure that you think twice before you change twice. It's gonna be a very dangerous move to use it whenever you want actually, because this is going to be very bad. It's going to work against you instead with you. Instead of with you. So this isn't going to be a good move. Think wisely and know that when you are actually changing, that you are changing for the right thing and for something that is going to help you. Because if you change at the wrong time, as I said before, you are going to put yourself into a very risky position that you don't want to put yourself in, and it could result in losing actually a character that you didn't want to lose. So basically, what I would do is actually to change first to the character that I don't want to lose. Unless this character is going to take more damage than the other one, of course. But if it's not going to get, I would change first to the one that I don't want to lose, and then in case we get a rising rush or something, I would change directly to the other one. This is a way to think about it, but there is some other ways as well, other strategies that you could actually do to save your characters in a right way. But please, as I said before, think wisely when you are doing this, because it's very dangerous and very risky move to do. However, there are actually some really good pros with this change, and the first one is the fact that you can actually change twice now. So basically, if your opponent baits you and tries to get the right character with the right character, so basically hit you, for example, with Vegito Blue and hit actually a red character, they can bait you with Kefla or bait you with a yellow character actually, so that you change to the red character, and then they could actually change to Vegito Blue and crush your character easily, and you won't be able to do anything about it. However, after the change, you will be able actually to change again, which is going to put the opponent into a very big disadvantage actually, because of the fact that they used already a card on the first character, a card on the second character, most likely 2 cards on the second character, and now you are changing again, and this is going to put the opponent into a very big disadvantage, because the opponent has at most 3 more cards to use. If it is a Vegito Blue, he will have actually 3 more cards to use. If it is a Kefla, she might be able actually to draw 3 more cards, but I don't think that she will be able to do that. She might be in some cases actually, but not in most of the time. So basically the opponent isn't going to be able to deal as much damage as he should have been able to deal with this change, which is really awesome. However, the other best thing about this change is actually the fact that now you can completely destroy your opponent's hand with just cover changes. You can cover change to characters like Vados and destroy actually the opponent's card, and then change to another character that can destroy actually the opponent's cards in his hand, and basically you have now the opponent without any cards, and this opponent isn't going to be able to even hit you. So this is actually a pretty dirty move that you can use now with this change. A pretty dirty one actually. However, the third thing is the fact that now your opponent and you, both your opponent and you, will have actually to think twice before you actually use your Rising Rush. And the reason is the fact that your opponent will be able to use to cover change twice, and this is going to make it actually very bad for the Rising Rush, because currently if you combo the opponent and then the opponent change to the character that you wanted actually to Rising Rush, because of the fact that you are dealing a lot of damage on the first character, so the opponent wanted actually to reduce that damage, and they changed to the character that you wanted to Rising Rush, you can just directly change to the character that you want to hit the Rising Rush with and hit the Rising Rush, and your opponent won't be able to do anything about it. They will get Rising Rushed and most likely lose the best character they have. However, after actually the update, the opponent will be able to change cover twice, which means that even if you actually get the opponent to cover change with the character that you wanted and hit the Rising Rush, they still actually can change directly to the other character, and by that reduce your damage that you are going to do actually with the Rising Rush to the minimum. And what I mean with the damage you are going to deal is the fact that your Rising Rush isn't going to be worth as much as it should have been actually if you would have hit the character that you wanted. Let's take for example Swan Family, since it is actually the team that is used mostly in the PvP. If you want to Rising Rush Gohan, because he is the worst character actually between them, there is no discussion about that. If you wanted to Rising Rush Gohan to get rid of his last man standing abilities, and you actually activate your Rising Rush, and then your opponent changed either to actually Goku, Kid Goku, it would have been absolutely worthless at that rate, because Goku isn't even going to die. He's going to revive, or if he isn't going to use that one and he's using actually legendary finish Goku and maybe Super Saiyan 3 Goku, if he actually used those two and changed one of the other characters, your Rising Rush is completely worthless now. It's not completely worthless, but it's so much worthless actually than what it would have been if you did hit Gohan, because now Gohan is actually stronger. Gohan has the last man standing abilities, and he is going to be able actually to destroy your team. So that's why now the Rising Rush has to be thought twice before actually being activated, because otherwise you will waste your Rising Rush on a character that might not be actually as worth as the character that you would have wanted to Rising Rush. So think about that as well twice. There is so many things that you need to think about actually about the Rising Rush now after the update, because there will be so many changes that will make it very some of them are going to be good. As I said before, now the Rising Rush isn't going to be actually as risky as it was before, but some of them are going to be bad, because now you won't be able to gather as many Rising Rush as we used to be able to do, and the Rising Rush might not hit the character that you wanted, and this is actually double cons for this one. So basically the Rising Rush is going to be very important, because you might not be able to use more than one Rising Rush. We don't know how much they are going to nerf the gathering of the Dragon Balls, but at this rate you might not be able actually to use more than one, and if you hit the wrong character, then it's over, my friend. It's just over. So make sure to think twice actually before activating your Rising Rush, and try to make the opponent get into the bait so that you can get the character that you want to Rising Rush, so that you can do what you want and get rid of the right character. So basically, with that being said, that was everything actually. These changes are going to change PvP, as I said before, a lot. They are going to make it a completely new PvP. You will need to use completely new strategies, and everything is going to change. So we will see actually if it is going to change to the right way or the wrong way. On paper, it looks like it's going now to be more dependent on the skills than the luck, which is really awesome and a very good change actually, but we will see if in reality it is going to be like that or not. So anyways, let me know your opinion about those changes in the comments section below. And with that being said, that was everything for today. I hope that you enjoyed the video, and if you did, give it a thumbs up and share it with your friends so that they can enjoy it too. And if you got any useful information from this video, or if you enjoyed it, make sure to subscribe my channel and turn on the notification bell beside it so that you stay notified with everything new about Dragon Ball Legends. And with that being said, see you as always in the next video of Dragon Ball Legends.